Right now I'm standing next to a green golf course in the deserts of Arizona, which is a sight so common that we forget to think of how unusual it really is. Of course, green grass requires a lot of water, and right now water is at a premium in these parts. Lake Mead, which sits on the Colorado River, where much of this water comes from, is currently only about 40% full. And we've been in the middle of a decade-long drought. But even if that drought ended, many scientists predict that the Colorado River's flows could reduce by 10 to 30% over the next 50 years, which is bad for us because the Colorado River provides water for about 25 million people and irrigates over 3 million acres of farmland. Las Vegas gets 90% of its water from the Colorado, and Phoenix, Tucson, Denver, and Los Angeles also rely heavily on the Colorado River's water. In fact, more water is pulled from the Colorado River Basin than any other basin in the world. And there is more water allocated legally to users than even exists in the river. But still, the biggest victim of the water crisis isn't us, it's fish and wildlife. 80% of all invertebrate life forms in the Southwest rely on the riparian zones of rivers. Of the 1,200 species that are endangered or threatened, half rely on rivers and streams. In the 1900s alone, at least 123 freshwater species in this country became extinct, gone forever. In the same time, we've lost at least 100 stocks and strains of trout and salmon in the Pacific Northwest. Those are fish that people used to be able to catch and eat. Thankfully though, it's not too late to reverse those trends. About 90% of the water in the American West is used to irrigate the crops that put food on our tables. But we use a lot of inefficient systems. Modern irrigation systems can be put in place that use half as much water to irrigate just as many crops. But right now, federal dollars that are meant to help farmers switch to these better, more efficient irrigation systems are being threatened by hasty-minded budget cuts. We're looking to save a few dollars by sacrificing the long-term viability of our land and the wildlife that relies on it. It's basically like a guy who decides he's going to save a lot of money by not changing the oil in his truck anymore. Also, we need to look at the antiquated legal system that governs water allocation in the West. If a farmer wants to conserve water and then save some for fish and wildlife, he should be able to do that. But in some states, such as Wyoming, saving water is viewed as abandonment, and doing so can cost a farmer his water right. It's a system that rewards waste and discourages healthy conservation of our fisheries. This needs to change. Finally, we need to really look at how we live and at the decisions we make. Do we really need irrigated bluegrass lawns if it comes at the expense of our hunting and fishing? And how many golf courses do we really need, especially if it's going to lead to a situation where we don't have opportunities to fill our freezers with anything besides ice cubes?